Which is better, Coke or Pepsi? This is Dr. Murray coming to you with a quick opinion video here. Being as I'm an old guy, I can recall back in the 70s, maybe even the 60s, Coke dominated the soda pop market. This is back when Coke and Pepsi were both strictly soft drink companies. Now they're huge conglomerates. They own multiple companies, multiple food companies. But back then, Coke and Pepsi were pretty much just soft drink companies. Coke dominated. There was only 3 channels on TV. There was no cable. There was just networks, and everybody saw the same commercials. And Coke always had positive, upbeat commercials. And as far as I can remember, Pepsi is the first company that started advertising in a combatant style, or a opinion style, where they would do blind taste tests all the time with Coke versus Pepsi, and just to try to, they were kind of the upstart, and they would try to prove that despite being the underdog, that they were actually favored in the taste testing department by the broad market. Of course, they would always win because they did the commercials, but that was the first company that really started competing directly with another competitor on the air. Up until that point, everybody had kind of just marketed their own brand independent of everybody else. But now Pepsi's taken on this 500-pound gorilla in Coke, and they were the upstart. Now, as far as I can remember, Coke never bothered to acknowledge Pepsi. They just stayed the course, and they had the #1 market share until sometime I believe it was in the late 80s. They came out with this new Coke, which was up until then, I guess the original Coke mixture was derived from something back in 1903. So they maintained this consistent thing, and they were always #1. And for some reason, without acknowledging Pepsi as a competitor, they went to a flavor that tasted a little bit more like Pepsi. See, Coke was a little more, Pepsi was sweeter, in my opinion. Coke was a little bit less sweet, so they flipped to this new Coke, and they were marketing the heck out of it, and everybody thought it sucked. And they bombed, and they lost a lot of market share to Pepsi when they did that. So they quickly, changed direction and went back to classic, Coke Classic. But that was a massive screw-up, a big marketing screw-up. And to this day, I think they've dropped that, and they've stuck with Coke Classic. So I will say that back in those days, I did drink an occasional soft drink. And when I did, I always liked Coke better. I didn't like Pepsi. It was too sweet. Generally, Pepsi was favored by younger people. However, in the last 20 years or so, they've come out with this high fructose corn syrup, and which is extremely nasty ingredient, and it's the primary ingredient in all these soft drinks nowadays. And there's basically nothing good for you in a soft drink. It's just total badness from the chemicals. And what's worse than the regular soft drinks are diet soft drinks, which are much worse. It's just a hodgepodge of nastiness that should be avoided at all costs, especially people who are trying to lose weight. But anyway, having said that, so I really have probably had 5 sodas in the last 20 years, because #1, they're not that refreshing. #2, they're sickeningly sweet. #3, they really are bad for you. So what do I recommend? Water. You can't beat water. Maybe iced tea, maybe some juice of some type, but I stay away from soft drinks completely. So Coke versus Pepsi, the answer is water. That's Dr. Murray, and that's my opinion. Why don't you subscribe to my channel, and I will be providing you with a lot more opinions and marketing tips to help you market your business online. If you have an opinion on Coke or Pepsi, please leave it in the comments below. I'd like to hear from you. I want to hear what you think. Do you drink soft drinks? Maybe you don't like Coke or Pepsi, but something else. Let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And until then, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.